The AMX 50, as originally planned, would have been a medium tank, not a heavy. The French government was finding ways to rebuild itself as a power effort, as a force to be reckoned with after World War II. And the first two prototypes were made. Low weight had already been sacrificed in favor of high protection. The tank at first was supposed to be light, well armed and above all mobile, but they slapped on more and more armor. And yeah, AMX 50 stands for the weight class it was intended to be in, 50 tons, but it grew bigger and bigger, and it was hoped really to create a tank with the protection of the Panther, the firepower of the Tiger, the mobility and abundance of the T-34, reliability of the M4 Sherman, all that weighing less than the M26 Pershing. It was a hard thing to do, and the AMX, although superior in armament and mobility to the existing American-British design, the M103 and the Conqueror, it was seen as a logical candidate for a common European tank. But then the Korean War broke out, and there were really a lot of M47 patterns to re-equip European armies, and well, the Korean War basically saw the end of the heavy tank as they knew it from World War II. The IS-3 was no longer there. Heavy tanks were just too big, too cumbersome, and medium tanks could do the job just as good with just the same firepower, somewhat even better at better mobility. So those were the days of the heavy tank, basically in say 1955. It ended all, and especially in the late 1950s, hollow charge technology led to an increased vulnerability for heavy tanks. And again, you had to go back into mobility. And even though the AMX 50B wasn't really used in anger, it proved to be really useful in gaining technological knowledge, which was later used in the AMX 30 series. And as you can see, the AMX 50B, it is the end of the line of the French heavy tanks. It's basically the AMX 5120, same tank, same gun, but with a better turret. The French are tinkering with the design. They slapped on some frontal armor, some reinforcements on the turret left, right and dead center, and that all added to the weight tremendously. As said, it is an oscillating turret, and the oscillating turret was a novel design. It allowed to have bigger armament fitted really than was usually there for the tank, because you have the whole upper half of the turret pivoting up and down instead of just the gun breech. So you could fit a bigger gun with a bigger breech in a smaller turret than you would have with a traditional gun. You would need the roof to be higher, and yeah, that helps a lot in having that oscillating turret. It was used with far more success on the AMX 13 series on light tanks, and the design itself was sound. It was used on the T-54E1 as well, the T-69, T-57 Heavy, which are in Blitz as well on the American Heavy line. But yeah, like that, on heavy tanks it didn't really work. It didn't offer the advantages that were there, the auto-loading possibilities, the bigger caliber guns, because tanks like the T-54, like the Centurion, like the M48 pattern, they could deliver the same firepower to the battlefield as the heavy tank, with, well, a fraction of the cost and a fraction of the drawbacks. So those were the days of the heavy tanks numbered, but they are still a force to be reckoned with in Blitz, as is seen from this first match on Naval Frontier, where we missed the ram kill on the IS-7. We don't ram that batchet as hard as we wanted to, but still fairly useful game. You've seen me play the game with no sound, sorry about that, but you can see what I was doing. I was sitting in the middle, while preserving my hit points, while making my shots count, doing a 5.1k damage game, first class high caliber and a Confederate medal. And yeah, this review has 4 games in it, 4 full games, all 5k plus damage games, full bells and whistles, which means we will be hopping into Armor Inspector after this one, and of course as well Blitz stars. First up, stats and numbers, and after that Armor Inspector. And we're looking at the perspective from a Leopard 1, Tier 10 German, medium tank, good penetration, and as you can see it's a lot of green. It's a lot of green on the sides, on the rear, but on the front, yeah, there's a bit of red over there. The front plate, it's well, bouncy, zero penetration because it's well sloped back. That lower plate isn't as weak as you would expect it because that middle plate, it is red, but on the left and the right side there are weak spots over there. But if you get the tank to maximum gun depression, the ring around the turret, the lower part of the oscillating turret, that is will produce the occasional bounce. But any tank which knows what he's doing, yeah, mincemeat, you would get whacked completely to pieces, no problem whatsoever. I'm taking out the grill over here. You can see the grill through the sides will just blow straight through, nothing will bounce over there, and the grill, even with HE, it will do massive damage. As you can see here, 720 on average, and it will pen just all the time on that hull. And I'm going to show you that it is in one of the replays where I get whacked into the side of my tank, no problem whatsoever. I'm going to take a look at the American tank, the T110E5, that can take you down as well fairly easily. So what do you have to do in this tank? Haven't mentioned it yet, but it is about speed, it is about mobility. Yes, it is. No, you can't nod your head. It is. Yeah, just go. No, don't say no, don't wiggle your head. It is about speed, it is about the burst damage. If you can't get this tank to work with the burst damage, then don't play it. I mean, it's useless if you don't play it without the burst damage. And this game on Desert Sands, you can see we are guarding the side over here. I'm doing this because I've seen 2 mediums on the red team versus, well, 2 tank destroyers on ours, 4 heavies. I was thinking we need someone on the flank over here. I was hoping the 54 would have gone into the desert, but he didn't, so I decided just to stay in over here. And as a few tanks are now spotted, I want to go forward. Affirmative, attack, 54, what are you doing? I'm spotted. And yeah, there he is, a 54 on the red team is on my right side. Not going forward, no, 54 is staying over here, okie dokie. The right side is down, right. I want to go into the desert then. I'm going to try to put my gun on the line, put my burst damage on the line. And what I want to do now, yes, I know you're calling for help, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, but I want to go in here and I want to shoot this 54, this one. Bounces somehow on its tracks, so that's unfortunate, but I can put one more shot into him. There we go. And I'm using the maximum gun depression, shooting over my side, and another one, and I bounce one on my turret top. You can see it is a trollish shape. A lot of shots will go through, but a T-54 with AP, it hasn't got the best in terms of penetration, so you can produce the occasional bounce left and right. This one bounces off my front plate, which is well sloped. You've seen it on a Leopard. He would have had problems bouncing on my front. And you can see what I'm doing as well over here is just drive around, and there's another bounce. Just try to drive around to get my reload sorted. I don't want them to really predict when I will be able to shoot them. And our AMX 50-120 is going in balls deep into that 54, showing its side, which gives that 54 no problem to pen him. I wanted to ram him and then put him into place and maybe break his track, but unfortunately it doesn't materialize. Luckily I have a full clip now. I can put one more into him, and there we go. Another one, thank you very much. And now we have to run. Now we really have to run. I'm on a reload. There is 54 with me, AMX noob. I don't know if our Bethard is talking about me or about the 5120. But you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just driving around, telling my teammate I'm reloading. I want to get my clip completely reloaded because I'm up against 3 autoloaders. Or we are up against 3 autoloaders. Okay, there's one tank at the base. They're trying to no, they're not trying to capture base. That means we have 3 hunters on our tail. 54 spotting no one. Are they all in the desert then? And this is annoying because I'm just turning my turret away and I can't shoot at 5120 and I am spotted, and I don't like this. Luckily I can put one shot into this AMX 50B, and this one I'm not shooting it. And you can see what I'm doing here as well. I'm trying to save my shots over here. I'm not shooting. I wasn't sure what a 5120 was. I knew he was coming because I noticed the minimap, and I'm rolling in on this 5120, on this, sorry, 50B. And here's an unlucky shot. I shoot his gun. And yeah, that's the annoying thing about the about this game. Really, I would have wanted that 54 to be more useful, to maybe put one shot into the 5120. And now I'm just driving away using my speed boost to the full dose. I have 1500 health left, which means I'm not clippable unless they roll high for any of the tanks on the team. But I need a full clip for that little bugger over there. I need one shot for the AMX 50B, and I need one shot for the T57. And I was hoping he would just drive over that ridge and come crashing straight into me, but he doesn't. He even spots me, which is even more annoying, so we just decide to go away again, because I haven't got a clue where the 50B and the T57 are. Honestly, I don't know. I've been looking at the minimap. I would have predicted them to hunt me really hard, and at 5120 would really need to be here, but he isn't. And I still don't know where he is, so yeah, if I would have stayed just right here behind that bush, I would have had some more camo rating, and then I wouldn't have been spotted over here, which is annoying. But then again, we are held down, and I can't bounce this shot. That's unfortunate. Can I bounce another shot? Still don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, taking a look at the marker, that means there's a tank at the planes. And the 5120 is coming. I can clip you, mate, no problem whatsoever. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He bounces a shot, or dunks one into the ground. I can put another one into him. And this is stupid. I shouldn't have shot this one. This one is a good one. Muzzle velocity. There we go. I bounce. I kill him. But that means I'm on a full reload now. And I would have been able to shoot that AMX 5120 just one more time with the next one, instead of being on a reload. And that would have saved me in the end, because this is going to be a loss, bit of a heartbreak. But then again, I was stupid, because he's on a full reload now. I would have had one shot more. I could have just gone in, ram him, whatever. You can see in terms of health, I can take him out. Maybe should have gone left over there, but I don't know where the T57 heavy is. But I don't know where he is. And this is annoying. I get shot once, I kill him, then I get shot twice, and he has got the quicker reload, and the traverse doesn't materialize, which means I get knocked out. Yeah, slightly annoying, but I shouldn't have shot that AMX on this one. 5.1k damage. I shouldn't have shot that quick shot on the AMX 5120, and then we would have won this one. But anyways, they show you what you can do if you manage to time your reloads in a way, and if your team slightly survives as well, which helps too. If you look at terms of equipment on the AMX 50B, I have found it useful. It's basically my same setup which I use on most of my tanks, except then for one thing, which is the calibrated shells for the AMX 50B, because I want my shells to penetrate. I want them to do damage. So the penetration, it's in the middle of the pack, but I want to have another redeeming feature instead of just having that speed. And as you can see, as we click through all the equipment, the rest is basically the same as with the E5 review, and with all the other recent tier 10s as well. I'm running the camo AMX 50B veteran on this one. It looks splendid in my opinion, one of the best legendary camos available at the moment. It looks really, really good. In terms of consumables, here we have double repairs and a speed boost. You could argue that fire extinguisher would be a useful one because of that really weak hull, but I want to run a speed boost just to be able to get out of harm's way. And you can see in terms of APCR and HE, I run 15 and 6, which is 2 full clips if needed on HE. Don't really use them, but okay, it's still there. And 5 full clips of APCR. Right, onwards into the next 2 games. We are already set up on Copperfield, and we're going to camp like a mother bother in the bush. Fufu will approve. Why am I doing this? Why am I sitting over here? You can see what I'm doing. I'm using the sidebar on the bottom to look around while keeping my gun and my turret trained towards Cap C. Because yeah, my team was moving all up into A and B. This is a Supremacy game, as most of the videos in this review, and we track this M48 pattern into place, and this is something you can do as well with an autoloader. You can track your own targets. Lovely jubbly. But I want to guard the flank here. My team is pushing up into A and B, and if they get stalled on that ridge line, we are in trouble. This is our first priority now over here. We are already 2 tanks down, and we are capping here, which is good in a way. And we can kill this pattern, no problem. There we go. And you can see I'm trying to sort of side scrape this one out. There's no way you can side scrape in this thing. You've seen it in the armor inspector views. It just hasn't got the white tracks or the hull armor to do so. And I'm weary of this T62A, which has good DPM. There's a grill over there. There's a T57 heavy over there. This is stupid. I moved back too far. I predicted that T62 to repair quickly, so I would have wanted to get a shot in on him, but we take one in return. Nevertheless, we have dunked 2 full clips into our enemies already, which is good. We then get spotted, and we spot the grill as well. There he is. Swap quickly to HE. Thank you very much. We can put 1 shot into him. There we go. And as I want to click back into AP, I accidentally load a full clip, and that's stupid. I don't know what happened, and here we go. Even more stupid. Motor, what are you doing? You've lost half your engine power. 952 health from an HE shot of a grill into your side. That's the vulnerable part of the AMX 50B, and this is good. Waiting for that shot to go into the side of the 62. He dunks one onto my turret. Thank you very much. I don't know where this shot went. Missed him somehow. I would have taken him out otherwise, but okay, we missed 1 shot. We've still put out a fairly decent amount of damage on this one, and from being a few tanks down, we are now suddenly 1 tank up. But things aren't looking too good in terms of hit points, because we might have 1 tank more on the battlefield. I'm 699 hit points, something like that. We have 2 one-shot tanks for the grill over there, an IS-8 and a Conqueror, and we have a 57 heavy. And I haven't got a clue where he is, so he could potentially, well, 2-shot me, 2-shot the Conqueror, 2-shot the IS-8, and couple that to the grill being able to really one-bomb everybody in here. That would mean that any of our teammates could die in just a few seconds. There we go, 57 was spotted by the IS-7, but the IS-7 spotted as well by the grill. This one is a good thing, shot by me. There we go, hello grill. Turning the tank on the spot to get cover behind the building again. And you can see what I'm doing again over here. I've done it on Desert Sands, but I'm a bit more successful over here. I'm not wasting my shot. And there we go, just wiggle the tank. Grill misses one, thank you very much. I'm still not trying to shoot. The grill is shot now, there it is, by the Conqueror. I don't know what happened, but somehow the grill bounced shot from the Conqueror, which means I can take him out over here, get myself on 2 kills, stay in here behind the building because I don't know what a 57 heavy is. There he is. He misses somehow because of me just turning around, and I'm now going for a full reload. There we go. Gabby says in the Conqueror affirmative, which means he knows what he's doing, and I have a full clip now, and I could take out this T57 heavy. It's a bit annoying. I don't take the shot. Maybe I should have taken the shot, and I would have predicted him to go towards my back, but he isn't, and that means I'm a bit late now over here because he can 1-shot, 2-shot me, and there we go. I can put 1 more into him, leaving him on 95 hit points left. And this is going to be a tight one in the end, because the Conqueror takes 500 health as well, a 500 health hit, but he manages to kill the 57 heavy. And that means we've won the Supremacy game with just 1 surviving tank, and you gotta give it to the 57 heavy. He played his tank, which is an autoloader as well, just like he should. I did 5.4k damage, high caliber metal, first class, and you can see, yeah, the 57 heavy playing a good game as well. So thumbs up to him, doing what he was supposed to do. And you can see we have spotted that pattern. Not a lot in terms of resistance damage done, but it's good to shoot a tank, then track him into place, because that's what you can do in an autoloader as well. Onwards and upwards into Fortress Bear. And you probably would have guessed it already, this is our mastery game, our ace game. And again, it is Supremacy, because it's easier to get aces in Supremacy, everybody knows that. And you can see what I'm doing, I'm not going into the C-cap, E100 platoon on the reds, a Moss on the reds. I want to go into a RB, get my firepower in that, couple that to the FE215B, which has good DPM as well. And yeah, normally I wouldn't go spotting with a heavy, but doing this, that is good. I think in a way, just rushing over that small cap hill. I have the view range, I will get spotted myself, but they're probably not ready to shoot me, which means we can put one shot into the Jagdtiger. And I'm not reloading. Nope, 2 shots left, because the Jagdtiger is rolling in and I want to make my shots count. I'm waiting for this one, I can see what it's doing. There we go, thank you very much. And this got out, and this is how you can or should play, I think, an autoloader. Make your shots count. 54 being a bit, well, over ambitious, let's put it that way, to shoot me. And you can see what I'm doing now here as well, backing off into cover. I know I can sit over here, they are all in the ruins area, in the fort area, and as long as they are in the fort area, I have that complete open area behind me. I can run in there, I can put my shots in, I can shoot the IS-4 over here, track him into place unfortunately, but I can shoot him through his lower plate, thank you very much. And I want to put another one into that E100 or into the IS-4. But hurrah! We shoot the Jagdtiger, set him on fire, and he blows up. Thank you very much. I'm rolling back, using my speed boost to gain just a little bit more in terms of reverse speed. We get a base B, and we have an IS-4 and an E100 isolated over here with a 263 rolling in as well. We take the shot, take one for our troubles, but we can shoot the IS-4 over here. And can shoot the IS-4 again, thank you very much, and using the speed and the mobility, and the IS-4 gets blown up, and we shoot the E100, and there we go, into cover. Should have gone forward maybe. Ooh, E100 is looking at me, but I bounce one on my well-armored front plate of the hull. You can bounce the occasional shot from the E100 if they are panicking and they manage to, well, shoot the armored parts of your tank, which are there, but they're just not in abundance. But yeah, this game is, I think, about how the tank was designed, the AMX 50B, on autoloader, mobility, armor in the front, and just as it is designed in the game as well. Get that DPM, get that autoloader into play by tracking people, by putting 1200 hit points out every single time. And if need be, just bugger off because there's a Moss coming around the corner. Can we shoot him? No, still not reloaded. So pressing speed boost. Can we now shoot him? No, still not reloaded. 54. What are you doing? Ooh, want to stop. I'm reloaded. Thank you very much. I can shoot you now. And I'm just going to turn on the spot and into the Moss again. So yeah, that's it basically. This is how I have played the AMX 50B, and it has worked for me. I'm not sure whether it will work for you. There are probably people who play this one far better than me. I've seen it in Minsk from the Twisted Cup. But this is the way how you can play the AMX 50B in random games. Because this is our ace game and another 5k plus damage game. I've seen people do 6k, 7k. It is a real beast in the right circumstances. But if you get caught out in the open while on a reload, whoa, you are in for a treat, because you will get a cheat to oblivion and beyond. Anyways, thank you all for watching, thank you all for subscribing. Please click on the logo which will be displayed now in the video. And I hope to see you all on the next one, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe.